Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Bundoke with Reverend Yutaki Yamada on this day, Thursday, the 18th of November, or the 14th of October in the 9th year of Chongyil Guk. And it's our 40th day of the 7th 40-day condition. So let's offer a bow to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents, Chariot. Kyombe. Haru. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가전맨세 8. 전국 주인 우리 가족은 참사랑을 중심하고 전국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지산 천국과 천산 천국의 해방권과 속방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 8. Our family, the owner of Chongyil-guk, pledges having entered the era of Chongyil-guk to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation in complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. Thank you. I'd like to ask Greg Hansen if you could offer the opening prayer, please.
Please join me in prayer. Good morning, Heavenly Parent and our beloved true parents of heaven, earth, all humankind. Heavenly Parent, want to prepare our minds and hearts for this Hondoke, Reverend Yutaka and Reverend John, and we're hopeful for a new start, especially this is the 40th day of the 7th condition of Hondoke, so 280 days. We've been doing this almost a year, and we've received so much guidance and blessing and feeling of community with our brothers and sisters, and such a wonderful experience, and we're honored to also be part of our Heavenly Parents Holy Community, to be part of this worldwide movement and to see the amazing results every week with the peace festivals, where we see top politicians and presidents supporting our movement, and how we've developed over the last 50 years is incredible. And so Heavenly Parent, thank you so much for calling us and guiding us and giving us this chance, and we would like to do much more and also develop Australia much more with many things. I know we're working on the Peace Park and many different projects, also supporting the islands and the younger members. And we really thank you. Please be with us as we gain inspiration and open our hearts and minds at this time. We report this and pray this our names as a blessed community in Greg Lisa Hansen, blessed central family. Aju.
Aju. Thank you. And let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining this morning Fundoke. Today is the last day of 7th 40 days. So really your concern and effort and come together to offer the Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Really I appreciate everyone's really heart and really love and sincere devotion. Let's really share our heart and really let's feel our Heavenly Parents and True Parents' heart, and let's really become the filial son and filial daughters. And we want to say, Heavenly Parents, True Parents, we are here. We are standing here. Please don't worry. We will go forward together with you. So this is really as filial son and filial daughters. Continuously, let's go forward. So how was this time 40 days? When you reflect each 40 days, we could find some new realization or development. So before 40 days and end of 40 days, can you find some differences? Did you develop? Did you fulfill? Or did you also facing some good things or difficult things? Each moment we reflect ourselves last 40 days and we will prepare for the next 40 days. So next 40 days, I think almost until end of year 2021. So really time is fast. 2021 year 2021 is almost going to be end. So we could imagine under the COVID situation, even in the future, I believe, even future generation, they will remember this moment, kind of the historical, some special changing moment, right? In the world level, this year is really a great changing moment in the externally and also our providentially. So really, we will continuously put our heart together with our heavenly parents and let's do our best. So directly today go to the Mother's autobiography, Mother of Peace. Now we are reading about the Niger story which the mother visited and organized the summit. When we see Africa, still there are many unstable situations in each nation of Africa, and Trimada visited directly and to love them, liberate them, and to offer those people to heavenly parents and true parents. So this nation of maybe Niger, right? This nation of Niger, also president, prime minister, minister, and people really welcome to the mother and also had a great time. So this nation is Muslim nation. I think you have experience to visit the Muslim nation. Do you know the Muslim nation situation like Middle East, like some nation in Asia or Africa? So in Muslim nation, there is special law. So Muslim law is really strict many part. They cannot eat also the pork, and they cannot also another religious people cannot witness them. And if another religious people come, and if this Muslim law is the government law, there are many, they will face many trouble. I was in Malaysia. Malaysia is a multiracial, multi-religious country, but more than 70% is Muslim, and the national religion is Muslim. That's why national law is also Muslim. There is a two law. Some law is for Muslim people, some law is also all people. That's why Muslim religion have a special doctrine and faith and absolute faith for Allah. That's why in Malaysia case, we really cannot witness them. If witness, we have to go to the jail. So some nation of a Muslim have a special law. So those country of Muslim, but they agree, they invited Trimada as the leader of our unification movement, and also even allow us to give the blessing. This is really the miracle of miracle. Maybe if you have experience to visit the Muslim country, you could understand how much this is not simple things. And also Niger. So we could see today we will read the mother's autobiography together, and then later I prepare the video so we can watch the video. The day after the summit, the historic family renewal and blessing festival in Niger took place. Since this was the first blessing ceremony I had officiated in a Muslim nation, I prayed with a heart more serious than ever before. On the morning of the blessing, the president asked me if I had slept well in my new home of Niger. Happily, I responded that I had slept very well, thanks to the warm and comforting welcome I had received. After we had conversed briefly about the previous day's summit, the president escort guided me to the blessing venue. So finally, now Mother is going to the venue to conduct blessing ceremony. This is also the first time for Mother to conduct blessing in the Muslim nation with the national level, with the national government. So president stayed together and the prepared place, how much heaven was waiting for this moment. Diplomatic protocol is sometimes referred to as a war without weapons. That is why I call the protocol of Choniguk Heavenly Protocol. Originally, the Prime Minister was scheduled to offer congratulatory remarks as a representative of the government during the blessing. Hence, the protocol for that day was for me to enter the blessing venue with the Prime Minister. However, the President of the National Assembly mentioned that as representative of the people, he should enter the venue by my side together with the Prime Minister. So protocol, when we really deal with nation or government, this the matter of protocol is really not simple matter. Really, when we organize in Asian Pacific, in Nepal, Cambodia, Palau, always this matter was happening. Who will enter first? Who will come later? So depends on this order, people could recognize who is higher, who is lower, right? In the nation, people recognize president, prime minister should be highest. And also, when we know our value of true mother, true parents, we also understand true parents' position is the higher than some king of kings position. So there is also heavenly protocol. And inside of nation also, Mother also talking about president, and also a prime minister and the president of the people, National Assembly. Maybe there are some kind of sensitive situation. So we could see that who keynote speaker should enter first and main guest should be entering first and later guest should follow. Or some nation, guest should enter first and to welcome keynote speaker later. So really each nation is different. I'm not sure Australia, is there those protocol? Of course there is protocol, right? Main speaker is first, or usually main speaker is last. So we really have to study in order to do national restoration. We have to also understand the national tradition and really how to arrange. That's why this is really different in each nation. Some nations is really main guest enter first, but some nation really all guests enter first and welcome main guest later. So in this Niger, there is also sensitive situation at time. Faced with this sudden request, the Prime Minister was taken aback. I decided to update the protocol by having both the Prime Minister, the representative of the government, and the President of the National Assembly, the representative of the people, stand on either side of me and enter the blessing venue together. This was a special moment for me as I could feel how close in heart we had become. So we could realize really in the last moment some kind of a small conflict between Prime Minister and also President of the National Assembly. But because of True Mother's wisdom, two people come together and finally the blessing ceremony was started. So those things really happen in the last moment. During discussion time, sometimes we could not recognize, but last moment, really there are many kind of things happening. So when I read this point, really I felt that if Cain and Abel fight together, but if parents come and to hold their hand to go together, then Cain and Abel can accept and unite together. That's why this is the role of the parents, role of the head wing, role of our heavenly parents, and also our heavenly parents holy community. How we can guide the Abel side and Cain side together. So mother is showing those things through actual situation. The national blessing began with the holy water ceremony to respect Muslim religious sensitivities. Instead of sprinkling, I placed my 2 hands in a bowl of holy water and gently touched the backs of the crossed hands of each representative couple. The audience was moved, and cheers and applause continued throughout the holy water ceremony. The marriage blessing is universal, transcending race, religion, and nationality. Its bestowal in Niger through heavenly actions that harmonized with their culture brought closer the realization of one family of humankind under Heavenly Parent. I recalled that in 1991 when my husband was informed that Muslims are uncomfortable with the title Reverend. He immediately responded, "No problem, call me Father Moon." So when we see in each religion, there is some sensitive word or some sensitive ceremony. So our unification movement is actually similar with Christianity, right? That's why, of course, even our movement with Christian word also a little bit different. Last time when we talk about the Dr. Mark Abanate, the ACLC pastor, Christian pastor, also he mentioned our word, and their word is different. We are normally some naturally talking about heavenly parents, but when they heard this word of heavenly parents, they could not recognize what is heavenly parents. God is God. That's why even our Christian and our movement has some different concept. But our Christian or our movement with another religion has more big differences. That's why toward Muslim religion is also same. Last time when I educate in Malaysia the member parliament couple, we cannot educate them inside of Malaysia because of really sensitive for Muslim. So we brought them to that time Hawaii to give some kind of the divine principle workshop for 3 days. And in end of the day, we conducted the blessing ceremony. So they accepted the concept of true parents, accepted the true parents, but they are a little bit struggling about the word of holy juice because they really difficult to receive the holy, but we changed the name. Instead of holy juice, we conduct it as the peace juice. Then really they are accepted and to receive the blessing. That's why also Turumada mentioning that Father himself also accept. No need to call me as the Reverend. You could call me Father Moon. So Turumada also, when Turumada conducted the blessing in the Muslim group, Turumada organized the new style of the sprinkle water. So Mother conducted in the Muslim society, and Mother officially showed the way for the Muslim brothers and sisters, the religion and the blessing. This is really the big blessing. Otherwise, those traditions we cannot change by our thinking or our situation. But Mother directly involved, and Mother decided to the way of the blessing for our Muslim brother and sisters. Instead of sprinkling water, just touch their hand and also give the blessing. So really when we do some movement, how we can really study, how we can concern those object partner, object situation, and really conduct well. This is really important things. So 80% of Niger's land is desert. Within such a harsh environment, heaven prepared for this nation to be blessed by raising righteous leaders. One of the righteous people who worked hardest to make the summit possible was Kassom Maiga, a member of Parliament of Niger. He is a filial son among filial sons, and he testified that when he saw me alight from the place, he shed tears of joy as his dearest wish had finally been realized. He was the first person to offer me flowers to celebrate the victory of this first national level blessing ceremony in an African Muslim nation. As soon as the blessing ceremony concluded, message of gratitude and congratulation poured in from throughout the world. True Mother, the Mother of Peace, has embraced Islam. So heaven prepared really the righteous people. Through these events, the African continent and the entire world were profoundly changed. This summit will surely be remembered. Despite challenging circumstances, all those involved investment themselves with wholehearted unity. That is what set the condition. Heaven could not but support these events. At the end of the day, I reflected that I am now nearly 80 years old, and there is a limit to how long one can live on earth. However, since I am the only begotten daughter and the mother of the universe, anywhere I am wanted, I plan to go. Heavenly Parent, once again, I offer you my deepest thanks. So this is really Mother's sincere, dearest heart toward Heavenly Parents and toward to all human beings in the world. So this is the last page. Jesus said that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. This sentiment could be felt as these delegates, though far from Jesus' homeland, signed the Phnom Penh Declaration and expressed active support for the vision of an Asian-Pacific Union. So much was accomplished for the providence. It seemed as if 1,000 years had condensed into that one day. I felt that Heavenly Parent and True Father must have been very pleased with the outcome of the summit. So each nation, each place, True Mother really created, opened the way. The Cambodia is really socialist, Buddhist, and also many communist nations, and open and conduct the way. And also Taiwan is a Chinese society. And also this Niger is the Muslim world, but Mother invested and they opened the way and offer the victory. Then one by one, through heaven, comfort, the Mother is comforting. Mother is really fulfilling the vision of Heavenly Parents and also dream of True Father. So through reading the Mother's autobiography, we could feel Mother's heart and also sincerity. So today also we will watch the video of Niger, then we could see what was happening there. So through watching video, let's also put our heart and also inherit that moment. So let's watch that.
Today, 36 countries are having rallies in order to bring success for Vision 2020. In Cambodia, our True Mother has made the Asia-Pacific Union, and in Taiwan, she laid the foundation for the unity and blessing of the 1.7 billion Chinese people. Then, True Mother headed to the African continent. The last became the first. She arrived in Niger in heavenly Africa. True Mother brought blessings and true love from the Pacific civilization to a land that has endured oppression and suffering due to the Atlantic civilization. After the event in Sao Tome and Principe, True Mother received an invitation letter from the Prime Minister, and when she landed in Niger, it was on a runway reserved for presidents. True Mother had an unprecedented state welcome. Ministers, including the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Planning and Finance, came. It was quite a scene, with many important government officials receiving True Mother. It included a military parade featuring 150 members of the armed forces as an expression of honor and respect. The government deployed more than 5,000 military police as guards in line with protocol for the event. True Mother arrived at the hotel in the presidential car. With a warm smile, she received reports of the event, encouraged everyone, and wished them victory. An especially courteous evening thanks to the Niger government. The hall for the welcoming dinner that the President of Niger had organized was full with 300 people, many of them leaders including the National Assembly chairman and the Niger government ministers. True Mother entered the hall with the President of Niger, His Excellency Mahamadou Issoufou. That evening she talked with the President, watched a special performance and looked forward to the upcoming summit. The African Union, which consists of 54 states, the West African Economic Community, which consists of 15 member states, and the G5 Sahel took part in the summit. This summit featured assemblies on the continental level and opened the way for some 30 heads of state and ex-heads of state from the ISCP, 300 parliamentarians including speakers from the IAPP, 300 religious leaders from the IAPD, and 350 traditional chiefs leaders from IATP to participate in this continental level summit. The African Union, composed of all the 54 African nations, co-hosted the Africa Continental Summit 2019. Mother of Peace. Leaders from different denominations offered interreligious prayers. Following that, there were remarks by the governor of Niamey, who had worked very hard with UPF, and Mrs. Kathy Redney. Leaders of the African countries supported the event and showed their appreciation to true parents for this wonderful continental summit. Amidst great applause, True Mother came on stage, and in front of elites who have the power to move Africa, she proclaimed the truth of God's providence.
어제 의장대에서 사열을 받으면서 나는 어떻게 이렇게 멋지고 잘생기고 늠름한 니제르의 청년이 있을까 하고 감탄했습니다. 그래서 나는 독생이요 참 어머니이기에 니제르의 이 청년을 아들로 삼고 싶은 마음이 들었습니다. (76억이나) 되는 인류를 하늘 부모님의 자녀로 찾아 세우기까지는 실질적으로 간단한 문제는 아닙니다. 인간의 지상생활은 한계가 있습니다. 나도 80을 바라보는 나이에 있습니다. 그러나 나는 독생이요 우주의 어머니이기 때문에 나를 원하는 곳이면 어디든지 찾아갑니다. 세계 200여 개국이 넘는 나라들이 부모 앞에 형제 나라로서 부모의 전통을 이어받을 수 있다면은 이것이 바로 창조주 하늘 부모님께서 바라시던 인류가 소원하던 지상 천국이 되는 것입니다.
True Mother revealed the way to eternal peace, and on everyone's behalf, the Prime Minister of Togo, a blessed family member, offered flowers to True Mother. His Excellency President Mahamudu Issoufou of Niger testified to True Mother as the Mother of Peace and expressed that she gave hope for a peaceful Africa.
Le projet pour une Afrique céleste a été lancé par la fondatrice de la Fédération pour la paix universelle, la mère de la paix, Dr Hadja Han. Ce thème reprend du reste la vision des chefs d'État et de gouvernement africains. Je n'ai aucun doute que le 21e siècle sera africain.
True Mother invited President Mahamudu Issoufou to the World Summit 2020 and gave him a plaque of recognition. Dr. Thomas Walsh, chairman of UPF International, gave a brief introduction to the World Peace Summit and awarded 18 dignitaries with medals. Former President of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, read the Memorandum of Understanding for a Blessed Africa initiative. God's providence has now taken a new leap from the national level to the continental level. The African Union, the ECOWAS Community, the Sahara Confederation, and the representatives of Chanegok all signed the Heavenly Africa Project MOU. Then Secretary General Yoon Yong-ho introduced True Mother as the founder of Chanegok and explained the meaning of the Niamey Declaration.
The development of Blessed Africa project will change the destiny of this continent. The Africa Continental Summit Declaration underscores the historical importance of our gathering affirmed this MOU agreement. It also affirms our support for the Asia-Pacific Union to usher in and firmly establish a new era of Africa, the era of the Pacific Rim civilization. Heavenly Parent has blessed Africa. Africa is a blessed continent. It will rise as the continent of the future, the continent of the hope, and the continent that shines brightly.
On behalf of all the African leaders, True Mother and President Issoufou signed the declaration. The campaign for the establishment of Chanegok in Africa involved representatives of 54 nations. For the first time in history of the Providence, through the African Continental Summit, the foundation for the restoration of a continent was established. On the second day, we had the Niger True Family Festival and Peace Blessing. The venue had already filled to capacity with 700 representative couples from among 2,100 pre-blessed couples, all dressed in their traditional Muslim attire for the blessing ceremony. The True Mother and Mother of Humanity entered the hall in which all leaders were awaiting, dressed in their traditional attire. Among the 10 projects, the Blessed Africa project proposes the 10th is the True Family Blessing Movement and Blessing Ceremony, which means that they've accepted the True Family Blessing Movement and Blessing Ceremony. As such, the Niger Blessing Ceremony was also a continental level blessing ceremony for Africa.
이 나라가 하늘의 긍휼을 받을 수 있는, 하늘의 축복을 받을 수 있는 나라가 됨을
nation est une nation bénie.
참 부모는
Les vrais
하늘 앞에 감사드리면서
parents sont reconnaissants.
이제 이들로 말미암아
Et maintenant, à travers
이 니젤이 하늘 부모님을 모신 신 니젤로서
de la création
인류가 소망하는 꿈,
réalisée,
자유, 평등, 평화, 통일의
d'égalité, de liberté,
행복한 지상 천국을 이루는 데 있어서
bénie du royaume sur cette terre.
앞장설 수 있는 이 민족, 이 나라 축복받은 가정들이 될 수 있도록
Nation, veuillez bénir toutes les
참
familles ici.
부모님의 이름으로 축원 선포하나이다.
The original dream has come true and was offered to God. And Heavenly Niger was blessed with love and will live on and attend Heavenly Parent. Blessed families offered Chongsong, and young representatives made the purity pledge and sang songs of joy. True Mother gave plaques of appreciation to the Prime Minister of Niger, Brigi Rafini, and President of the National Assembly, Ousseini Titini, who gave congratulatory speeches representing the government of Niger. Thus, the flame of peace from Korea, the motherland of the Providence, was lit on the African continent. As True Mother was cutting the victory cake to celebrate the 60th anniversary of True Parents' holy wedding and what would have been True Father's 100th birthdays, she had a big smile as she received the offerings of her Muslim children. We concluded and offered all the ceremonies to God. This was a historic day on which Heavenly Parents' dream and True Father's wish came true. A new day has dawned on the heavenly continent of Africa.
Okay, thank you very much. How was this video? Really, Africa mother really invested and love and embrace open the way for the Muslim nation. So when we see that True Mother, mother's heart is only one. How really solve our Heavenly Parents' heart and also really solve the all problem of the human beings and to fulfill, realize our True Father's dream together. So mother is standing of the center of our universe. This is really strong or great blessing for us. Mother is initiating to embrace 7.5, 7.8 billion people until last moment. Mother really investing. Each nation, really there are many people. Australia has 25 million people. Who could say, I will take responsible for 25 million people of Australia, right? Who could say, I will take responsibility for 4.8 million people of New Zealand and also 640,000 people of Solomon Island. So mother is doing, mother is showing. So how we will do, but we don't need to worry because we are not doing by ourselves. We are together with our True Mother, True Parents and Heavenly Parents. So all our movement, mother is standing as the center. This itself is really great, great blessing. So we have to really pray for mother, True Mother's health and mother's, True Mother's really all activity or all movement. Then all our brothers and sisters and leaders totally unite and cooperate. Surely that day will come. So today is the last day for 40 days of 40 days. And next we will start again. But always, really we remind again, determine again, and let's offer the happiness. Let's become true filial son and daughters. So thank you for joining today's morning devotion. let's have a great day today. Thank you much once again. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much. Kamsamnida. Thank you, Reverend Yutaka, sharing with us about Niger and seeing that video really put a lot of things into perspective. I was caught by the concept of protocol, the protocol of Chongyalguk, and just seeing how protocol, what's the purpose of the protocol. I could see that people were offering respect, and I could see that people were very proud. But who should that respect and pride be directed towards? And of course, it should be towards our Heavenly Parent and true parents. But I noticed the same sort of system, like protocol is something we put for official and government. But the same thing could be for tradition, is what we, for religion. It's the protocol, it's the show of respect. And for our national or a civil society, that's our culture and our identity. And which part of the protocol is the one that comes through? Is it the respect or is it the pride? And I could see, a few things in that video, like at the end, like who was the last one to hit the gong? Because I noticed the president hit it 4 times because he wanted it to be the last one to hit, and mother hit it 3 times, but mother wasn't concerned. I just found that protocol is really a sticking point for many things. And I could see the faces of the president and the prime minister looking at each other and then looking mother, and they were mixed in like who should go first and do what. So really understanding the protocol is a delicate issue. And as we saw mother putting both hands into the water and then placing it on their hands, that was a significant change. And maybe some members would have thought, oh, we're not following our own protocol. But again, what's the purpose of the protocol? It's not for the small details. It's to really show respect and to help people direct that respect to our Heavenly Parents. So I could see, from everyone there that they were really, focusing on receiving the blessing and receiving that from our true mother. So really, that statement I read there, investment with wholehearted unity, that was mother's heart. She's investing with wholehearted unity to bring about such a dramatic change, and really quite a dramatic change to see a Muslim nation accept mother as the true mother. And it was really a great event, and as it was said, that it'll be an event that will be always remembered as the main change that can happen to a nation that is a Muslim nation. So there was some thoughts that I had as I was watching and listening. And thank you, everyone. And I noticed Mitty has her hand up, so go ahead, Mitty. You there, Mitty? Yeah. Oh. Well, someone else can go first. When Mitty, she might be following a protocol. We don't. So, yes, Jacinta, go ahead.
I was just thinking the other day about protocol as well, and I was thinking, the true parents have given us like the divine principle is kind of like a protocol, and it's really simplified things so that we can just measure our lives by these simple principles, and I just found that really calming and comforting, that we have we are able to explain pretty simply, actually, you know, what we're all on about. And yeah, grateful for that.
Yay.
Yes, thank you, Jacinta. Yes, Revenito, go ahead.
You know, in desert country like Niger and Mali and Senegal, you know, the most precious thing is water, you know, because there's many months no rain. So like a mother, true mother came as like an oasis and brought, you know, a lot of rain, and you know, so desert it become a very like a oasis, you know. And we did, when we did fundraising in Niger, we visited, you know, industrial zone area. We brought a laser printer, you know, which picture they love, you know, most. Yes, they love, you know, waterfall picture. You know, president of the company hung, you know, waterfall picture on their office. So they're really loving, you know, water. Yeah. So to mothers, it looks like a very broad oasis and waterfall, yeah, to Africa, and make, you know, bring, you know, great joy and happiness, yeah, for their life. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Revenito. Yes, so true. Yes, Daniel, go ahead.
I think likewise really impressed that Mother. It was when she goes places, she really displays that heart of a mother, where she's not too concerned about the protocol, like the about how if she comes out together with them or something, even though she's, you know, well, at least when I think of her, I think, well, a true mother, she should everything first, or she should have the highest respect. But she is not thinking like that. She's more thinking like, these are my children. And she has that very clearly, that heart of a mother. So that's really amazing. And I think it's so special to see that the Muslim country, Reverend Yutaka mentioned yesterday that they knew who Mother was. They didn't. They did their research. They know you know about us, and so it wasn't a fake or superficial thing for them to say, "You are the true Mother of peace." And so for a Muslim nation to say that is really huge, because that's again, similar like with the Chinese People's Federation being a massive portion of the population, so also with the Muslims. So, you know, the Muslims are connecting to God, and they want to come to God, and God sent true parents. So true parents need to really, connect. So anyway, it's, my reflection. Thanks.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Got your hand up, Randall. Go ahead.
Thank you. I was hearing a story from must have been World War I, where one of the allies in a Muslim country showed that he understood some of the protocols for Muslims. Even if it's your enemy asking for water, you can't fight him until you have actually served him water. And so this guy went to a Muslim area, and then, you know, they saw him as an enemy, and before they attacked, he asked for water, and so they had to stop everything and have this kind of parley. And so the water is something really special within the Muslim culture, because of the way that, you know, when Islam started, it was from a desert area, and so water is a you know, very high thing. So you don't just splash it around, you don't just, you know, flick it in people's faces the way that we were blessed. So yeah, there's a great sensitivity that True Mother was given there. And when she was talking to the Muslims, she was saying, "Oh yeah, these military people came out and they were tall and handsome." And I was thinking, I have to be their mother. I have to accept them as my sons. And this is something as well from a parental point of view. The brothers can fight. There's sibling rivalry all the time. And I mean, I drew a cartoon when I was at the 120-day training, and one of the second gen really was moved by it. He was saying, "Okay, so who have you fought against most in your life?" And the person is saying, "Oh, I'm a person of peace. I don't fight." And then the person asks again, "So do you have brothers and sisters?" "Yes." "So who have you fought against most in your life?" "Okay, that's my sibling that I've been fighting against." And says, "So when do siblings stop fighting?" They stop fighting when they recognize that the parent has come into the room. And so for the mother of peace to be there, this is kind of like, this is a source of peace for all these African nations that are listening. So this is great. So thank you.
Thank you, Randall. Thank you, Randall. It's so true. Mother has come into the room. Yes. Have we got time for one more person? Yes, Mr. Rai, go ahead.
Yeah, and it is really amazingly it's happening in a Muslim world, and we are crying, and it is never think about this kind of happen movements. So many brothers and sisters went to missionary Africa, Muslim nation, not easy and kick out, and but also 1993, my mother went speaking tour to parent and complete testimony date, and then no mentioned about Muslim Muhammad, then audience, it's more than half people went out, and but now really beautiful scenery, and it is incredible Muslim landlord breakthrough. It is incredible breakthrough, and then also giving a blessing ceremony, and not sprinkle for the holy water. It is really handed with from heart. It is. I think this scene, it will be remember forever. It is incredible. The mother said that father said Muslim is not easy, but the mother said Muslim accepted me. It is incredible to accept it, and also towards Heavenly Parents, filial devotion. It is. I think it's really one of beautiful, and today is 40 days, it's such a 270, 80 days, and really one of the beautiful story. We truly thanks Reverend Yutaka John and everyone. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Rai. Thank you, everyone. Let's now go to our unison prayer. I'll just bring it up, and we can pray for everyone.
Excuse me, John. I just wanted to pass on from Mitty. She had her phone in her pocket, so sorry about that.
Yeah, we saw the announcement. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'll just share the screen. Ju. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. And see you tomorrow.
God bless everyone.
Great.
Lovely. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Okay, bye-bye.